Hi guys, welcome back to the video. Today we're gonna derust and degrease the new Street Triple R that we have taken over. First off, we actually brought a new Paddock stand, so we want to install that. It's our first time using it, so let's give it a shot. After some time of figuring and trial and errors, we finally figured out how to use this Paddock stand. So you need to mount this onto loosely on one of your ball pin while your bike is on the side stand. The other side will be dangling somewhere. So what you need to do is to actually lift the bike up and this bracket into the ball pin or the spool, call it. So let's try it out. Okay, for the ease of cleaning and degreasing and derusting your bike, usually what I would recommend is to remove anything that is not supposed to be there, the add-on, the covers and stuff, so you have clear access of engine and the bottom and everything for a good clean. So right now we're going to remove all the accessories and the additional part and the rust item so we can derust it later on. So what we have done so far here is to remove the rusted mirror. So the plate that is holding the master brake cylinder. Take note, you need to hold the brake cylinder up so you prevent air bubble from going into the tube. Next, what we are trying to do here is to remove this plate. It's a very untidy job. They basically stack a few plates up here to secure the license plate, and then the air horn is sort of like obstructing, so I want to remove it and then put it somewhere underneath the headlight or back to the position where it's just beside the radiator. Okay, the headlight is also a bit loose, so we will be tightening it with a socket wrench. Also, it's a headlight on. We start from top to bottom, and then next thing I want to take out is the radiator. It's side plastic, and also the non-functional engine guard. So usually we keep the screw into a tub. Okay, try to be a white tub or something colorful. Choose a white tub or a color tub. Avoid the transparent because once you drop the screw onto the floor, very hard to find because they blend in same color, especially at night. So we finally took out the cover, so we realized that it was a very poor workmanship. The cable was just rolled in, okay, and without insulation. This is dangling somewhere here. This part was atrocious. The signal light was actually glued on rather than screw on because the screw has already broken. So probably we need to change the signal light to the original one with the 2 screw hole. Replace all the missing screw, but this screw is really too tough for hand tools to remove, so probably we need a power wrench. Just keep it on for the time being. So next we want to remove the sprocket, the front sprocket cover. Usually there's a lot of dirt inside. So let us check out what's the surprise inside for us. So next we try to remove this ugly fender. So we only want the main part here, which is the slick one. So we realize it's being secured by a rivet, okay, somewhere here. So all you need to do is just break the rivet and then push the nut down, and basically you can then pull out this nut here, okay, this rivet lock. And after removing this 3 screw from this license plate holder, the whole thing will be loosened and you can remove this rail guard out, okay, and just install back this license plate holder. We came to the other side of this panel, and then we found out that the other side was using a cross screw, but this is using a hex screw. Probably you're gonna change all this to make it uniform for a tool to unlock it. The color doesn't match. I'm thinking of respraying it and then install it back once it's being blacked out. Next off, we want to take out the screw here from the seat because it's quite rusty. We want to rewrap it and then also try to derust the screw. So right now we just want to take it out. Now we try to take the radiator guard off since the sprout or the cover is out, so it's easier for me to reach in and do what we need to do. So so you can see it's quite dirty on the radiator, which needs to be scrubbed to move the IU from your handlebar all the way to the fork. We position the IU to this location, so you move the handlebar to the extreme, it doesn't heat. Even with the sprout, we leave up the tank to readjust the wiring, the length of the wire, and also reconnect it back to the battery. So at the end of the day, the IU is no longer on the handlebar, it has shifted down, so it becomes quite slick. So what I have done now so far is to remove all the rusty screws out for derust later on. So we also have a remount from the handlebar to here. I'm not sure it will work, so it's a temporary thing. We will try it out, and then if it works, then we just buy a mounting bracket. Remove all the parts so we can wash it later, and we also tape up the open cable, so when you wash it later, so you won't get short circuit. We also have removed all the accessories. Some parts can't be taken out. We need the power tools that we don't have. So basically, this is what we have done so far. So we will go for a break, and then we will come back to do the derust and also degrease. So we already soaked the smaller rusty part in vinegar, so you can buy any white vinegar and then just soak it. It will probably take a few hours for the rust to come out, and you use brush to brush it off. So right now you can see some air bubble popping out. So right now what we want to do is to derust the pipe, the header. So we will use a used cloth. What I'm using is actually my old clothes cut into strip, and then we just wrap it and soak it with vinegar. So generally this is how it looks like after just like a mummy wrap. What we need to do next is just to soak it with the vinegar, put it in a smaller bottle, and then we poke a hole on top of the bottle, squeeze it to the pipe. After soaking it with white vinegar, all you have to do is just wait, let it set for about 1 hour to 2 hours before you start brushing. At the meantime, so if it dries up, then you just need to sprinkle a little bit of vinegar to keep it moist, so the rust can actually be extracted out by the wet vinegar.
It took us half a day to strip down the bike, derust and degrease it. Thank you for watching our video. See you on the next video on the restoration of this street sweeper. Bye bye.